Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to another subscriber replay. And again, I know I'm sure you're sick of his games. We are looking at a game from Mac. He is driving the T25 AT. So this is one of the Tier 7 American tank destroyers. This is the one without a turret. Now, this game is of particular interest to me because I have also been gradually playing this bit by bit relatively recently. I used this tank to unlock the 105mm gun that am now using on the T28. Ooh, that was a very nice shot to kick proceedings off with. I'm using on the T28 prototype. So this is a Tier 8 game. Mac is mid-tier, so, you know, middle of the road matchmaking. Fair enough. And this is an assault game on the Siegfried line. Now, I must confess, so far, I am not a massive fan of this tank. I've had a good game in it or two, but I just find it a bit awkward. I mean, firstly, it has fixed casemate tank destroyer syndrome. You know, you don't have a turret, basically. But it is relatively mobile. The gun is... it's quite inaccurate. I mean, this is essentially the gun that you get on the T29, at the same tier as the T29. It's slightly more accurate than on the T29, but not actually by that much. The main benefit you get is the increased rate of fire. The tank is also relatively mobile, being based on the chassis of... it's either the T20 or the T23 American medium tank. Well, either way, it's a pretty mobile machine. And gets good gun depression, but I've found it a bit of an awkward package to use, personally. Anyway, Mac is not using this like a traditional tank destroyer, which is an interesting point to note to start with. He's using this a bit more like a medium tank without a turret. He's being more aggressive with it. Now, you do have to be a little careful here, because the T25 AT doesn't, as I mentioned, have a turret, which is kind of awkward. And certainly, I would be confident doing this in my Jagdpanther, but the Jagdpanther has some armor to work with, far more than this tank does. And I think I've kind of been spoilt a little bit by playing the Jagdpanther, because the Jagdpanther's really quite a good machine. There you go, someone just penned Mac with no difficulty whatsoever. Thankfully it wasn't that ISU, because that would have hurt. It was only a T44, but even so... ooh, a bounce. That was unusual. But even so, you know, that's 240 damage is... sort of, somewhere between a third and a quarter of max health. You know, 4 shots like that, Mac's dead. So, yeah. He manages to get a shot there on the T34-1. Another lucky bounce, this time from heavy tank number 6. Now I guess in that particular case, Mac was backing off, and so the shot probably hit his frontal plate at a funky angle, and hence ricocheted off. And it's only a heavy tank number 6, assuming he's firing AP. The penetration on that machine is not fantastic. It's like 132. It's that short 88mm gun. But all the same, a nice bounce to have. So far the scores are even at 6 kills apiece. And the 6 minutes left of this game, well, 6.5 minutes. But of course, remember, this is an assault game. So the pressure is really on Mac's team to go over there and kick the enemy in the face, really. You know, if just left to default, Mac's team loses, enemy team wins. T44 again, nah, shot flubs again. And this has really been my experience of the gun on the T25. It's really not very reliable. T44, however, goes, well, a bit ham. Jeez. And Mac manages to track him. Mac repeats the tracking shot. Apparently that guy doesn't have particularly good repair skills. That, by the way, is a very good example of why you need good repair skills, because it stops you getting perma-tracked like that. And someone else picks up the kill, giving Mac some assistance damage into the bargain. There's a Rheinmetall Borsig, who is in whole kinds of trouble. His positioning is not fantastic. And he's lost a large chunk of his health there. Now Mac has to be a little bit careful. Hello, Mr. Borsig, and wow, that only took Mac's track off. Depending on what gun that guy was using, that could very easily have killed Mac there. Anyway, long story short, Mac is not dead. Oh, and the Borsig is Now, he did have to be a little bit careful there because that heavy tank number 6 could have been putting shots into Mac's side. As it was, he wasn't. Hurrah. So, yeah, go figure. Mac manages to put one shot into that heavy tank number 6, which is basically a Japanese Tiger. 2 shots. Notice he waits for the hull to become visible rather than trying to sail straight through the turret. And his team is now winning by 3 kills, so there should be a win. There we go, that picks up the kill. There's an ISU 152. We do not want to take a BL-10 shell to the face, that would be sad. And, well, let's just say Mac is in no hurry to go up there and eat a shot from that guy, and who can blame him? T34 and VKA can both take a hit if necessary. Mac cannot, and then the ISU will be reloading for the best part of 15 seconds or something like that. So there's no need for Mac to go up here and play the hero. Absolutely no need. There's a Chaffee behind this guy. There's a T34 about to feast on his side profile. If Mac could track this guy, that would be fantastic. But that will work too, killing him. That will definitely do the business. Especially as I think it was the VK put a shot in first. And Mac's nice enough there too. Thank the guy. Now the Chaffee is saying cap. You might be wondering why. Why would you cap? You're winning 14-8. This is a guaranteed win. The thing is, because this is an assault game, the friendly team only have 3.5 minutes to polish this game off. And the ELC is a fast little bugger with a damn good camo rating, and so that guy can, if he wants to, bore the game out by running away and hiding, but Mac just got spotted, so clearly the AMX is not doing that, and the AMX is dead, and that's the game. So, my point was that actually the Chaffee's advice to cap wasn't completely stupid, certainly not as dumb as it may at first appear. Anyway, that was the game, so let's go and have a quick look at the post-battle results there. So, here are the results for that game. That was Mac's first mark of excellence in the T25 AT, Ace Tanker, 5 for effect, Duelist, Bruiser, and a High Caliber medal. Quite a nice slew of awards there. 3,836 damage done, 3 kills and 1,378 base experience for all that. Which is a rather nice result, especially when you consider that Mac wasn't top tier. 17 shots fired, 14 hits, 14 pens. For that, almost 4k damage. Now, the T25 AT is not a machine you see that often, so it's nice to be able to show you a bit of gameplay in it. 5 hits received, of which 3 didn't penetrate, which surprised me. And also, most of those shots were from relatively close range, I should mention. So not really playing that as a traditional tank destroyer. 470 damage blocked by armor. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 of them killed, 420 odd assistance damage, and travelled almost 2 kilometers, making almost 20,000 credit profit in the process. But you can see there the shells cost 1,000 credits each. Little pricey. In terms of XP, it was a ×5 experience event on at the time, and hence that is 6,890 experience without a premium account, and before you add on free XP, so that was quite a nice result there. So, thank you Mac for sending that in. Just to quickly mention, if anybody out there wants to send in replays and they don't know how, make sure you have your battle recording enabled in the game settings, and then just find the replay file, upload it to What Replays, and send me the link in a PM on YouTube. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. If you did, by all means feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao ciao.